Hey guys, it's Tony. So today I'm in Progresso, Mexico. We're here on a cruise with Disney Cruise Line, and we are here stopping in Progresso, and we're gonna take the day and we're gonna go down to Merida and check it out. Merida is one of those cities that I've always wanted to consider living, and so I thought I'd use this opportunity while we're on our cruise to check it out and see if it's somewhere that lives up to all the hype. So you guys get ready? Let's get started.
As we made our way down the pier, which also happens to be one of the longest piers in the whole world, we entered the Welcome Center, which is set up like a mini marketplace. Inside, there were a lot of local vendors selling souvenirs, but one thing that really stood out, everyone was super friendly and helpful. Unlike some of the busier tourist spots like Cancun, no one was overly aggressive about trying to sell you anything. Instead, most of the vendors were more focused on making sure you knew exactly where to catch your tour or your transportation. It made the whole arrival feel really relaxed and welcoming, which was a nice change of pace. After a few minutes browsing through the gift shop and chatting with some of the locals, we found our meeting point and boarded the bus that would take us into downtown Progresso. The ride along the pier to get into town took about 10 to 15 minutes, and it gave us time to take in the views of the coastline and get excited for the day ahead. Once we arrived in Progresso, we met up with our tour guide Daniel and our driver, and honestly, they were both fantastic. Friendly, knowledgeable, and they made sure everything ran smoothly from start to finish. Our first stop was a quick one, a cenote located just outside of a Costco.
So the first stop we're gonna make here in Merida is at the Costco. So our tour guide Daniel was like, hey, I want to show you something that's really cool.
The only Costco in the whole world with a cenote in the parking lot. Cenote, what's a cenote? In this area, we don't have lakes and we don't have rivers, but we have underground rivers, and those are the cenotes, okay? The Yucatan state is on a huge limestone. Limestone is a very porous rock. All the cenotes are connected one each other. So that means that if you dive, you can show up in another one, okay? Wow. So there are more than 12,000 cenotes known in this area, okay? There are more that we haven't discovered them yet, right? Nice. So this is fresh water, and scuba divers around the world, they know perfectly this area because they like to come here and scuba dive. They rent the gear, the scuba dive gear, and they like to map this because they follow a rope, and I'm always thinking like, someone had to go first and tie up that rope, right? It's not going to be me. So it's crazy. So this is the only Costco in the whole world with a cenote in the park.
Only in the Yucatan can you find an ancient natural wonder sitting right next to your local warehouse store. It was a fun reminder of how old and new worlds blend together here. From there, we drove down Merida's main historic avenue, lined with stunning old mansions. These grand homes are a throwback to the city's henna queen boom, when Merida was once one of the wealthiest cities in the world. You can still feel that old world elegance today. We made our way into the heart of the city and stopped at a beautiful park in Centro, famous for its old white chairs that face each other. They're known as chairs of lovers, and they're a classic photo op for visitors and locals alike. Right across the street was one of Merida's oldest churches, a striking building that's been standing for centuries, and it is still a major gathering spot for the community. We also toured a nearby museum where we got a glimpse of the more complicated side of the region's history, including a powerful sculpture showing Spanish soldiers standing on the backs of Mayan people, a reminder of the city's colonial past. After a morning of exploring Merida, we stopped for lunch at one of the city's most popular local spots, Wayan'e. Wayan'e is loved by locals for its fresh, authentic Yucatan-style tacos. The setup is simple, enclosed open-air seating that keeps everything cool and casual. Just a heads up, if you visit, it's cash only, so come prepared. Now let's check out what makes these tacos some of the best in Mérida.
I'm gonna get you in here.
This is the sausage, eggs with pork belly, eggs with longaniza. This is the chili burrito beans and pork and chipotle. This is
Wonderful.
the pork chew, Okay,
What's your name?
my name is Israel.
Okay. All right, so I'm about to try this pork skin taco with some really hot sauce. See how it does. I'm usually good with hot food, so we'll see. Everybody's saying, "Oh, that's real hot." I don't know. It doesn't look that hot to me, so let's see. Still waiting. He must have given us the gringo sauce. This is the gringo sauce. I'm gonna have to put some more on here.
That was really good.
That's good. Now, they eat a lot of pork in Yucatan. So, I'd never had pork skin tacos before. And what it reminds me of are pork belly, which is really good. It's very tender, has a lot of flavor.
I don't like Coke.
So if you're not a big pork eater, you might not like this, but
Very different.
if you're open to eating pork, I definitely recommend trying it because it's very, very flavorful. Yeah. I have to tell them to give me the Mexican heat, not the gringo heat. Gringo heat, not hot. I need the Mexican heat. What do you think, Chunky? Not bad.
Not bad. Well, if you want a million tacos, then subscribe.
That's right. I don't know about giving out 1,000,000 tacos if you subscribe, though.
After lunch, we made our way to one of the oldest and largest cemeteries in the state of Yucatan. Cemeteries here are more than just a final resting place. They're an important part of the region's living culture. In Yucatan, the Mayan people have blended traditional Catholic customs with their ancient beliefs, creating unique ways of honoring and celebrating their ancestors. Instead of mourning, it's about connection, remembrance, and celebration, a beautiful mix of two worlds coming together. Walking through the cemetery, you can really feel the deep respect families have for those who have come before them.
So what's amazing is this cemetery is a rental cemetery, and the families are required to maintain the bones. And if they don't, all they do sometimes is families have to take the bones and the clothing and put them in these boxes. And if they're not properly maintained, this is what happens. You can walk up and you can look right inside of it. And as you can see, there's bones, there's clothing, there's socks, there's everything in here from the person from their gravesite originally. This is amazing. Never seen anything quite like this.
We wrapped up our tour at one of Mérida's huge open-air markets. It was packed with vendors selling everything from spices to handmade crafts. But what really stood out was the fruit. It was some of the freshest we've ever tasted. Perfectly sweet, full of flavor.
So what I find amazing coming to markets like this is just how many people are here, how diverse it is. You can just about find everything, and the prices are amazing. We were looking at some green apples that were about $1.25 US for a kilo. That is significantly cheaper than what you would find back at home in the United States. And everything is super fresh. This has just really been an interesting, amazing experience today. Well, I have to say I had an amazing time. Daniel and Alejandro did a great job showing us around Mérida, and we learned so much about the Mayan culture and just about the city as a whole. So thanks for taking the time to watch this video. And again, please leave some comments below, like and subscribe. It really helps, and I really appreciate everybody who supports the channel. So until next time, I'll catch you on the next one.